Hey, digital leaders, how are we doing? Good to see you all here. Thank you very much for coming. It's a pleasure, as always. Hopefully you've joined us before. If you haven't, welcome to your first ever Digital Leaders experience. This is the one and only Digital Leaders sessions for Adobe Express, the finest digital leaders sessions known to man. I'm Dom Trainer. Hopefully you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, I'm the second best person in the world on Adobe Express. Because if I just remove this, we are lucky enough to have the best person in the world on Adobe Express. The one and only Ben Porter. Ben, how are you?
Hello, Dom. Good to be chatting with you from across the pond. Yes,
across the pond. Tell everybody why that is.
Yeah, I'm in Detroit, Michigan, where it's supposed to be freezing cold and snowy. And apparently we've got warm weather and you guys stole all of our snow.
Hey, we've got loads of snow, or at least I have. I've got loads. I can see it right outside, and it's all icing up very nicely. So, Ben, you don't sound like you're from across the pond. What's all that about?
So I am a Brit. Grew up in London. Spent most of my formative years in London, but I've been living here in the States for a long time now, longer than I care to publicly admit. Yeah, this is fun. Good to be chatting to you guys. Good to be talking about creativity and Express. This is always fun.
Good stuff. And Ben, how do we know each other?
How do we know each other? Well, way back when, many years ago, we are part of the same team, and we work together. And our job is both us and our larger, broader team to help as many teachers, as many students figure out how to be as creative as possible. And so it's a pleasure. Love doing this, and yeah, excited to be working with you again.
Well, Ben is, as usual, being very, very humble and very, very nice, because Ben is, in fact, my big bad boss.
Yes, I'm very scary. I'm the scary boss and manager who sits in the corner and looks very stern and grim.
Yeah, it's the beard that makes it, you see. That's what I wish I could grow one, but hey, such is life. Right, people, let's get on. So, by the way, if you've got any comments, you can stick them in there. And if you've got comments, we can put them on. We always put people's comments on. So let us know where you're tuning in from. We have got lots of schools from Wales. We've got lots of schools from Northern Ireland, a few dotted in England as well. So tell us where you're from. Tell us what your school name is. And if it's a Welsh one, I'll do my best to get it right. And I know a few of the Northern Ireland schools now as well. So hopefully we'll do that. So do share your comments on the screen and we can put them up. Right. So without further ado, nearly 30 schools in, which is great. We're going to be doing this, the Digital Leaders Challenge. Now, I've highlighted a little link up here. Not everybody can access short links. So I did email out that link to teachers. So if you have got that email, teachers, you can share that with your students. But if you can't, don't worry, no big deal. But if you can, great. And if you can type that into a browser, then that's all good as well. Now, not only is Ben my big bad boss, not only is he the world's #1 expert on Adobe Express, no pressure, Ben, but also he's very good on an iPad as well. Ben, what is that crazy squiggly pixely thing in the middle there? What happened? What's that all about?
This one over here?
Yeah.
Well, this is Express on the iPad, and it works just like Express on the desktop. But there are 3 apps, and this app here is let you build your images. And then we have another app here that will let you build your web pages. And we have another app here that will build your videos. And we're going to go through all of them, right? But we're going to start off here. And when we're ready, we'll use this to create some wonderful, exciting images quickly and easily. Tap, tap, tap.
Cool. So the first one, if you're on an iPad, the first one you're going to need is the Adobe Express app. Ben, could you just show that little icon for them, please?
Absolutely. So if I actually go out of here into my Express folder, you'll see there are several icons. And the one that says Adobe Express.
Yeah, the big A. Okay, cool. And for those of you who are like me, you're on a laptop or a desktop or a Chromebook or anything like that, you're going to be following what I'm doing. So we're going to be doing 3 challenges. Now, if you want to get this page up, you can use that link up there. You can see the bit.ly/Express Xmas. If you're using an iPad, that kind of thing, you can get your iPad up to the screen. You can focus on, where am I? You can use your camera to focus on that QR code in the middle. That'll take you to the page as well. So lots of different ways you can access that page. But as I say, if you can't, no big deal. It's absolutely fine. Right, so let's have a look at what we're doing today. So Welcome to the Express Christmas Challenge. That's what you're going to be doing. It's a challenge, and it's broken up into 3 sub-challenges, mini challenges. So the first one is graphic design. That's what we're going to be using the Adobe Express app for. If you're on an iPad or a desktop, if you're on an iPad, if you're on a Chromebook, desktop, laptop, you just hopefully logged into Express already. So that's going to be our first challenge. Next one is going to be this one, challenge 2. You're going to be video editors or video producers or video creators, whatever you want to call yourselves. And we're going to be creating a video on 4 ways to celebrate Christmas without spending a penny. Without spending a penny. Now, Ben, I don't know what it's like where you're from, but actually spending a penny means something completely different in Liverpool.
Yes, I'm aware. You are forgetting I'm a Brit, my friend.
Well, do you know what? You say that, but in Northern Ireland, it doesn't translate the same. Doesn't
Really?
translate the same. Yeah, honestly. Oh, here's Miss Rooney. Hello, Miss Rooney. Holy Trinity, really looking forward to this. Miss Rooney, you are a star. Thank you very much for the first comment. Perfect. Okay, and that's the second challenge, is the video one. And then the third challenge, we're going to bring it all together. You're going to become web designers. You're going to bring everything together and put your Christmas challenges in one Christmas website present hamper thing of your choice. Okay, so first things first, let's scroll up and go to graphic design challenge. This is the first one we're going to do. I'm going to create something that looks a little bit like that. Very, very simple to do. We're going to create the graphic, and then we're going to show you how to animate it as well. So let's get going with that then. So I'm going to go to express.adobe.com. Cool. And the way we're going to work it is, I'm going to demonstrate on the laptop or desktop or Chromebook first. Okay, I'll do that for 2 or 3 minutes just to get you started. And then once you're started, I'll pass over to Ben, and then he will do a very, very similar thing, because the apps do work in a very similar way. He'll do a very similar thing on the iPad. So you've got 2 ways of catching the things that we're doing. Now, important, you don't have to keep up with the speed that we go. You don't have to keep up. You can watch what we're doing. You can go along at the same time. But if you're going a little bit slower, that's fine. Don't panic, because once we've demoed things, you're going to get about 4 or 5 minutes to actually have a go yourself. And we'll just put some music on. You'll be all tap and designing away. And then once we've done that, we can move on. But you can also pause this video at any time. You can pause it at any time just to catch up if you need to. If you feel like it's going too fast, just pause the video. And then when you press play again, you'll catch up with all. You'll just go straight back to where you need to be, and it'll go on to the next bit. So let's get going. Enough blabber. 8 minutes and 17 seconds of blabber. That's what I'm all about. Right. I'm going to start off by pressing the plus up here, and I'm going to go to custom size graphic. Now, the reason why I go to custom size graphic is because I think maybe, not necessarily, but maybe you might want to print it out. So I'm going to go to print here, and I'm going to go to A4. Okay. Now you can do A5, because actually if you do A5, it's quite easy to print it out on one single piece of paper and then fold it over, and then you've got a ready-made Christmas card. So you can do that. In fact, maybe I would do that, but I'll go for A4 for now, because you can also print those in half size as well, which gives you flexibility. So I'll go there, make sure it's highlighted by, in sort of dark gray there, and then click next. Right. First things first, you see, because the boss is here, I'm remembering all the most important things. I'm going to name my project. I have a terrible habit of never naming my projects. So I'll call mine Christmas card. Let's say Christmas card. Could be Christmas graphic, could be anything you like. Doesn't really matter. Could be sausages. Doesn't really matter. As long as you know what that file name is, then it's all good. Now you've got templates down the left-hand side, but we're not going to do that, because we are digital leaders and we are not afraid to try new things. So first things first, I'm going to click this background here. Hang on a minute. What have we got going on here? Oh, there we go. Is the best school. I have no idea how to say that name. Coed Kai. I'm going to go with that. It's a Welsh school, that. Guarantee you that's a Welsh school. Tell me if I got that pronunciation right. Coed Kai. There we go. Right. Edit background. You see, if I've got it selected, it brings up this little menu down the side. And here I'm going to go to color. Now I'm going to go for a deep festive red. A deep festive red, because that's what we're all about at Christmas. Okay. Now that I've got that, I'm going to go over to shapes. Used to be called icons, didn't it, Ben? Why did it change to shapes?
Yeah. Honestly, people weren't finding it. I'm not looking for
right.
an icon. I'm looking for a square, and it was confusing. So we renamed it, but it's the same thing.
Got you. Okay, so I'm going to put reindeer in mine. Now you can put reindeer in, you can put Santa in, you can put what else would you put in? Mine's gone completely back. Reindeer, Santa, snowman. That'd be a good one. And then I'm going to go here. Now there's some very funny things in here. I mean, I don't know who thinks this is a reindeer, but I certainly don't think that looks like a reindeer. But I've got it looks like a cross between a pig and a bull. But I've got it, so I've put it in there. Now to change these, it's really easy. You can select it, go over to the right-hand side, and you can press replace. And then I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put this one in because I think that one's better. There you go. Like it. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to kind of make it 3D. I want to make it 3D. Hey, Penalag. There we go. I think I got that one right. Thank you very much, Penalag. Okay, now to make it 3D, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it. I'm going to just click off and then click back on again. And then over here, you've got a duplicate button. You can see there. I'm going to duplicate it now. You're going to look at that and think, wow, that's rubbish. What's that all about? But you wait and see. Ho, ho, ho. Do that. Start making it look 3D. I'm going to move it on top. You see, I've kind of got a little 3D reindeer going on here, which I kind of like. And you can move it around and then the eyes kind of look shifty, which I kind of like a shifty reindeer. There's nothing like a shifty reindeer at Christmas. So that's how I'm starting. I've got myself a 3D reindeer going on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Ben in so that he can show you just how to get started if you're using an iPad or something like that. So let's put Ben's monitor on the screen. There we go.
All right, lovely. So similar, you start off in the app you saw, we went into the Express app. I showed you the icon before. And just as Dom showed you, there's a little plus button right on the web browser. It was up on the left. When you're using the iPad, you see a little plus button at the bottom. It works the same way, exact same thing. And here too, there's all sorts of templates you can start with, and you can pick different styles and sizes, or you can just hit plus and start from scratch, kind of the way Dom did. Or you can do custom size, which is what he did as well. So I'm going to do a custom size, and I'll just, again, as Dom said, if you want to print things, obviously bigger is better. But we'll just hit done. And it works a little differently here in that the first thing you're going to see is the text. But same thing, you're going to edit both. What I want to do is touch the background. See it says background over there? And now I can edit it, right? So I'm going to replace the background. What do I want to replace it with? And you can do straight colors. Dom used that nice reddish purple. I actually think it's a little bit boring. I mean, no, Dom. Love your burgundy Cabernet.
Hey!
But come on, we want to get in the holiday spirit over here. So I'm going to go to stock photography over here and pick something like a nice snowy background because I think that looks way more festive. Look at that. Come on.
Oh, what? You're about 2 minutes in. You're already upstaging me. What's going on?
Yeah. So there we go. So now I got a nice background and, there's a text we talked about, but we don't do that. Let's go back over here because we want to add over here shapes, the same thing as Dom was doing, right? And you picked what? A reindeer? I'm actually going to pick a Hanukkah menorah. Another holiday. Another holiday icon. How about something
Tell us what that is then.
That's that one there. And we'll add it right in the middle like that. Oh, go away. There we go. Right in the middle like that. And now we can move the text around and so on. But you see we're getting started over here. And same, just like what you do on the web version, it's tap, click, hit the plus button, find the content you want to put in there. And this is already looking lovely.
And what is that, the Hanukkah menorah?
So this is on Hanukkah, traditionally you light candles every day for the 8th day. And so an 8-day candelabra. And so you got the 8 candles over there, and each day you light a flame. And that is traditional for people who observe Hanukkah this time of year.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Oh, well, you're already halfway there. This is pretty good. Blimey, I wasn't expecting to be that quick. Fancy. Okay. Right. Let's go here. What am I doing? Well, seeing as Ben's upstaged me already, I better start pulling my finger out, hadn't I, and doing some decent stuff. So you can see I'm starting to put some Christmas baubles in mine. Okay, so how did I do that? Well, it was really, really simple. I went over to shapes on the left-hand side, and then I've just gone to circle, put it in there, and it gives me this kind of slightly sort of pale orange circle. Well, that's too big for a bauble, so I'm going to bring it right down. I'm going to change the color of it. Maybe I'll do it just a more sort of no, hang on a minute. Let's go for like a real yellow. There we go. Now, this is a bauble. I'm going to put it in there. I'm just putting it sort of dotting my baubles around. And here, I'm going to duplicate it. I can just click, 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 click. Get as many as I like. and then start putting them in different places. And it's really simple to start building up a sort of Christmas decoration style kind of montage that we've got going on here. And if you want to do another one, right, you just duplicate again, except this time I'm going to change the color. I think maybe I'll change this one to like a purple color. I think that's pretty good, actually. Nailed it. And then again, duplicate them. So I'm roughly looking for the same amount of baubles and things like that, all going to dot them around in random places. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because not only does it look nice as it is right now, but when we get onto animation, they'll start flicking and flashing like Christmas lights, which is pretty cool. So I'm happy with that. I'll build it up a bit later once I pass it over to Ben. But just before I do, I'm going to put some text in, right? I'm going to put some text in. If I go back here and look at my example, wishing you joy and peace this holiday season. Okay, so I could just add my text. You see, if I click off again, I can just click text on the left-hand side. I can click add my text. And then here I could, I could just put Happy Christmas if I like. Right, and the reason why I'm going to show you it like this is because I want to show you things like what you can do with the text. So you can obviously just grab one of the little corners and put it in a certain place. But you see down here, it's got font recommendations. I'm looking for a really sort of, oh, hello. That's pretty Christmassy. Like that a lot. And one of the good things about this is you see that dotted line that just popped up on my screen. Hopefully you can kind of see that there. Well, that means to say it's centered, which is really handy. So it means because you really want to get your alignment quite nice. You don't want things kind of going in random places. Try and get your alignment nice. Try and get things centered down the middle or, horizontally with each other. So use those lines. They're really useful. But last thing I'll show you before Ben the Boss Man comes back on is you also have these kind of I suppose they're sort of text templates as well down here. And one of the categories here is seasonal, and you can see season's greetings in there. Now I think that looks really cool. Now I'm going to keep it on that middle line, okay, but I might resize it. And let me just resize it before I show you something something interesting about this. So I'm going to center it there. Now this has got this kind of blue line all the way around it, this kind of blue boundary box here. And that's because this is made up of shapes like those stars. You can see the 3 stars and also 2 sets of text. So you've got seasons on one line, and then in a completely different box, you've got greetings, okay? And they've all been grouped together. But if you just gently click on the piece of text, that took 4 clicks to get down to seasons, then you can go in there and you can change the color of that text. So maybe green would be a good one. That's quite Christmassy, isn't it? I mean, blue is not the most Christmassy writing I would have ever imagined to be on there. So there you go. And the same with the shapes. You just click away until it pops up. There we go. And then you can change the color of those. So maybe I'll make those a kind of yellowy because that's kind of nice for Christmas as well. So just keep clicking on them until you get your yellow. And that's how you can put text on there as well. So you can write your own text in there and start styling it, use different fonts and things like that. Or you can use one of those seasonal things. So let's bring Ben in and see what he's got cooking up. Off you go.
All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off. And Dom, I loved your idea of having 2 of the same shape to create the shadow effect. I did the exact same thing. I have my menorah for its candles ready to light, and I created another one right behind it with a shadow. Learning from the master, Dom, that was a very cool effect. I like to go and do the same. But you did 2 things. You put little shapes all over it, and you put text. So let's see if we can do that as well here. So I'm going to first go and add another shape. Now, something. What I love this time of year, love the gifts. Yeah. So very subtle. Just in case somebody wants to buy me a gift, they should know.
Oh no! That's a hint.
It wasn't a hint. I would never be that. No, I'm going to make it a little smaller and put him up right up there. All right, that looks good. I like him over there. And now, let's. Yeah, that's good. I think you know what. Yeah, let's put him right there in the corner. That's subtle. No, is it subtle enough, Dom? You think people know what we're doing about that? Yeah. Okay.
I'm already stressing now.
Yeah. So let's go there then. And now I want to go back to. Oh, you moved away. There we go. Let's hit add. There we go. Now we're going to add. And what else do you think would be good to put on there? Let's have another shape. I'm going to put Yeah. You know what? Stars are always pretty this time of year. How about one of those? Yeah. And nice. And actually, the nice thing here is you can pick multiple. I can take. I want that one, and I want that one, and I want, let's see, how about that one? And I hit add, and now all of them are add now. And I can
Nice.
pick each one individually and change its color.
That is a good thing about the iPad. You can put more on, can't you? You can't do that on the desktop.
Yeah.
It's
So
interesting.
well, the tool is exactly the same. Exactly. There are subtle differences between each one of them that really work. And my iPad has decided to misbehave right now. There we go. Look at that. He decided to not respond.
No problem. Why don't I take it back for a
second?
second?
Take over then. Yeah, take back. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so Ben showed you how to put little shapes and pictures on there and things like that. And because we're having a bit of a battle here, a festive battle of design minds. What I've done is I've gone into design assets. You can see that down the left-hand side, design assets. And I searched for the first one to search for was snowman. I like that one. I got it in there. Now I want to put a Christmas tree in there. What am I going to go for? Maybe this one. Yeah, nice. Obviously, that's massive. So I'm going to bring that down. Also, one of the things in there is that the star on the top is a red. So I'm not so happy about that because my background's red. So I can go in and play around with filters and things like that if I want to make things look a bit more jazzy. That's quite cool, actually. Quite like that. What about that one? Yeah, it's got to have some green in it. And you can actually play around with the presets in here as well and try and make it a little bit more. Yeah, didn't do such a good job of that, did I? But why don't we go for a blue one? Why not? Who doesn't like a bit of blue? And what else am I going to put in? Here, I know. Right. See, Ben will never think about this one. This is where design minds really take over. So check this out. I'm just going to be a bit quiet so he doesn't listen to me and then copy, because he's always copying me. I'm going to go to photos on the left-hand side. Right, check this out. If I put sleigh, something like that. Okay, let's have a look what we've got now. Right, watch this. See, Ben will never have thought of this. So I've got Santa there. He's looking pretty good, but look at this. If I have the photo selected and then press remove background. Come on. You can do it. Hey, look at that. I like it a lot. I've just got Santa and his reindeers on there. Pretty cool. I'm going to click done. I can flip him around. Look here, flip. And then because if he goes left, you see he goes to my house. That's why I want him on the left. So that's pretty cool. So I've got Santa in the background, which is great. And then what else am I going to do here? Right. Maybe I'm just going to move some of these baubles a little bit. Okay. Now for the pièce de résistance, let me remember if it's in design assets or if it's in backgrounds. Can't quite remember. Yeah, it's in design assets. Right. Check this out. If you go to snow in there, you get some things in there at the top. But if you scroll down, you start to get these kind of things that you can't really see what's going on. And that's because they're very artistically made graphics of snow. Okay, so if I select one of these, you can kind of, as you roll over them, you can kind of see them a bit better. But if I select that one, you can see, look at this. I like it. So I've got my snow there and I can drag it out and have it over the whole thing. It's looking pretty good. Also, what I can do here as well is reduce the opacity to make it a bit more subtle if I want. And then I've kind of got this snowy effect going on the top, which is pretty cool. And I like it. And just to show you what you can do with it, you can also bring it down the order. So, I've got my snow right at the top of my layer stack, which means it's going to be the first thing that you can see on the graphic. But if I drag it down, keep it going down, I can put it just behind the reindeers and just in front of the background. And then all my baubles and Santa and reindeer and things like that are very, very clear. But the snowy background is at the back. So it kind of takes less away from the work that I've done there. Ben, you ready?
I am ready. Okay,
hit us with it.
All right, so I decided to remove my gift. It was a little too much pressure, but you're right. You do need text on the card, and so I put in Happy Holidays there, which looks terrible when we look at it. I just typed in the text. The color is totally illegible on the background. So we need to fix this a lot. So let's figure out what to do with this text. So first of all, we're going to recommendations, which is kind of what you did as well. And the recommendations are really clever. They're looking at the image and they're trying to say, based on what you're doing over here, that was the wrong one. Go back a bit. Here we go. Hello, back over here. Hello. All right. We go into the fonts, and here it starts to recommend. Now we got to, again, like you did, it's making suggested ones. See over there? So we want one that's going to look kind of fun. That actually looks a little too. That's probably Halloween, right? This one?
Yeah, it's very Halloweeny.
That's Halloweeny. Wrong holiday. Let's not do that. We don't want to scare people. I want them to like me and buy me gifts. Not. That's a little too cheesy, actually. How about let's find one that really. Oh, that's way too modern. I also can't even see it. Let's get a better color. All right, let's first of all make it nice and bright. There we go. That looks more festive. Done.
Yeah.
And now,
very nice.
Yeah. Now we're going to go back over here. Get out of here again. I keep tapping on the wrong place over here. And I want to go back to my fonts. And there we go. Look at that one. Look at that one.
Nice. Very nice.
Now notice as I move it, it gets bigger and smaller, and it goes on 2 lines as fits. I can stretch it onto 1 line. Love that. I'm going to put it in the middle over there. And
nice.
Yeah, that actually looks really good. So let's go back to the fonts over here. And what I really want to do is get a nice shadowy effect. I'm going to turn on shadows. Whoa, look at that. And over here,
shadow. I
want the shadow to match the top there now. So that looks great. And actually, I'm going to make the shadow go a little further away just to make it a little more there. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Very cool.
Right out at you. All right. Now that looks really festive and really fun. Let's make it a little bigger. And put it in the middle.
So that's an effect, is it? That's what you have to go to, effects.
Yeah, like you noted before, you notice, see the little lines that tell you whether you're in the middle or not? They have those here as well, right? The little blue line, the purple line. So that's nice and centered. That's a nice look. I like that a lot.
Yeah, very cool. I really like it. Right, let me come back in here. Thanks for all the shout outs, by the way. We had them on screen when Ben was talking. There you go. Lauren saying this is brilliant. And then we've got Ethan, Clayton, and Bailey from Newport. Good stuff. Okay, let me get back my screen. Okay, so I've just been diving into design assets. I put presents in there. I've stacked some presents underneath the tree. I kind of like that. But we're pretty much ready to go here. Now, I mean, if you want to make any last minute changes, you can go to the background. For example, I could choose a different style of background, maybe a more of a greeny one, but then you can't see the text. So you've got lots of different choices to make here, okay? And if anything, if you do something like I've just done now, and you're like, oh, that's a terrible idea. Why did I do that? Just go to undo at the top. You can see it there. You can just go to undo, which is pretty nice. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to download it. Again, don't worry if you're not keeping up, by the way. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 minutes to just have a go without us talking in a second. But you can download by clicking the download button there and going PNG, which is always a good one. And then start download, and it will give the file name that you put in your title here. You see Christmas card, PNG. That's good. But check this out. Go to animation. Go to things like color shuffle. We got a Christmas party going on. The reindeer's flashing, our baubles are flashing, the text is flashing, the stars are flashing, everything's flashing, which is pretty cool. Or this is something that I discovered from Digital Leaders, actually. You can do things like pan across with the with things like the snow, and then it looks like Santa's actually flying, and the snow is kind of coming down as well, and then the presents and the snowman come in. So that's pretty cool. So have a little go at animations and stuff like that. And you can download those as an MP4 video. Just click download and start download. So there's lots of different ways you can do that. You can also turn animation off just by going to none there. And then you can also press share. Okay, it's going to save my project. And then it's going to give me the option to press publish any second. There it was. Publish, you see. And then you can create a link. Now, you can share it via Google Classrooms if you use that, or Microsoft Teams, whatever. But if you click link, this is pretty cool. And then also, let me just go here. I'm going to create just a quick blank document. Okay. And you see I've got my link now. Now, I'm going to get that link, and then I'm going to just put it into my doc here. So then I'm just going to put graphic. And this is important for later. So try and have your links that you share with your Adobe Express projects Try and put them into something. So don't forget to press share, publish, and then the link, and you'll get your link. Right, Ben, would you like to show them how to finish off with things like animation and sharing? Cool.
Absolutely.
Oh,
so,
nice. That looks like a pro Christmas card.
I changed my mind. I decided a little bit of pressure. I want to be subtle about it, but a little bit of pressure isn't bad. That being on the top left is a donut. So yes, all food and snacks and bits. Now the first thing I need to do is name it, because as you did before, right? So this is my holiday.
A Christmas donut.
Yes. And now let's go edit it again. Now the one thing you did there was animations, and that was great. So just like on the desktop version, I can animate the text in a variety of ways. I can color the text, but I can also do all sorts of shading on the individual, grow things back and forth. So you have very similar effects to what you did before, including look at this one. Typewriter effect.
That is nice.
That's kind of cool. Nice. Lots of flickering. But the color shuffle is the one we really want, right? Look at that one. That's now dancing between all the colors round and round and round, exactly as you did before. So same effect. Nice. Right? You can do whatever you can do on the web version, do on the iPad. What you can do on the iPad, you can do on the regular version. Some of the buttons are in different places because this got to feel more like how iPad apps work, but the end result is the same thing. And when you're done, you hit done. And like before, I can hit download. And do you want to download it as a video?
So that was the second icon on the right hand side.
The little button going down, showing download. Yeah. And yes, I'll allow access. There you go. It's preparing my project, and it's going to download a MP4 video, just like you did.
Yeah, exactly that. And then, I mean, people can wait around for that to go because they'll need it to save to their camera roll. But if they wanted to create a link, you could just cancel that.
Exactly same thing. Instead of download, you hit that little. So you see the top right, you got the little down button, and you got the up button. Download is download it. Up is up button. Create a link. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly that.
Real simple.
Okay, cool. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to give you sort of about 4 minutes, something like that. There we go. Do you want to just click that top right one, please, Ben?
Sure.
Just so we can see what goes on there. There you go. You can just export it, prepare the project, and then
upload it. Exactly, same thing.
Yeah, and it will give you all those links.
It takes a minute while it says preparing, and it'll give you a choice of whether you want a video or an image. If you get an image, then you won't get all the animations that will flatten it. If you want to get all lovely little animated effects, make sure you select video.
Yeah, basically, it's just it is a mini video, isn't it? That's why that's why you have to download it like that. Yep. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to give you. Let me just put. We've got some lovely music that we're going to put on here. Feeding the Ducks is the one that I've decided is the best one. Here we go. There it is in the background. This is deep thinking time now, people. About 4 minutes just to play around, have a go at improving yours. I think I'm going to start one from scratch, I think. Or maybe I'll choose a template. But just have a go and create your links. And also, if you're ready to go, you can also share your work with us. Hang on. You can share your work with us anonymously by using that link that's on the ticker down the bottom. Ding, 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 ding. And we will try and put some of those on the screen. Right. I'm going to start from a template. This is another way that you can do it. You can start from a template. Get lots of different Christmas ones. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's a pretty one.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice that you can do a search, find one that looks good, and then just modify it and make it your own.
Yeah, exactly that. It's got this underlining on this one, which is pretty cool. I've not seen that before. And you can make it bigger. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a shape.
Okay, very cool. Might change that background though, I think. Has this just got loads of... Let's have a look. You can open up your layer stack and then you can see the kind of things you've got on there. So we've got wishing you a wonderful Christmas, wishing you happy holidays and festive fun. And like Ben was showing before, you can just drag things out. If you want to get it all on one line, for example, that's pretty cool.
And again, notice how as Dom's moving around, see that little purple dotted line? I love that. That tells you when you're exactly centered. If you see, by the way, if you see a light blue line, that means you're centered above the other text, right? So you can center it on the whole image or center it among the text above you. Either way works really well.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Now I want to replace that background as well, I think. So I'm going to press replace here. And here it's gone for Christmas snow here. So let me have a look.
You decided you want a snowstorm. You liked my snow image, didn't you?
I did. I'm quite jealous of yours. So I'm doing it. And then once that's in, you can do things like zoom in. There you go. And then you can move it around. And then you can also, what am I going to do here? I might do Santa sleigh again. Oh, pretty cool. This one's good. Ooh, maybe I'll try something new. Let's have a look here. All right.
That looks like a movie.
What I would, yeah, it does, doesn't it? What I would like here. Let me see if I can do this. I do. Is this gonna work? Not quite, I don't think. No, that's not going to work how I want it to, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm trying to get a really cool Santa sleigh. Maybe I'll just use the same one as I did before. Okay, let's use this one. And I'm going to remove the background on that
Oh,
one.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a really, I just think it's refresh the window. Okay, cool. No problem. Okay, nice. So you still got a robin, still got the text. Let's get rid of that. So sometimes it needs a bit of a memory refresh. Let's go back here. Santa sleigh. Oops.
Spelling, Dom, spelling.
I know, shocking. Let's go on here. This one's probably easier to take the background off. Remove background. Nice.
Look at that.
Very cool. And then with this festive greetings thing, I think maybe what I'll do is, there we go, put them onto 2 lines. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start messing around. Maybe I'll just take some of these lines out, make it easier for myself.
Undo,
so you can,
undo,
if you do,
undo.
Yeah, exactly. If you ever do something wrong like I just did, you can just undo. Okay, and then festive. So it's aligned to the right there. Okay, cool. Align that one to the right, and then I put Santa up on the top left. There he is, off to deliver presents to my house.
That little bird looks super confused about what's flying over its head.
Nearly gave the bird a haircut, I think.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Maybe I'll put a shadow on mine, actually. Make it dark, because it's white text, and it's kind of getting lost a little bit. So if I put a black shadow on it, and then play with how far it sits away from the text, then that makes it a little bit better. So there you go. I mean, that's 2 minutes, isn't it? Right.
That is impressive.
This is all good. So again, same. You can, if I call Christmas card 2, for example, just to show you one more time how to download things, you can click download, download the file type, whatever it is. It's going to download to my machine. So you're looking, if you're on the iPad, you're looking for that little symbol that you can see there, the down arrow symbol, And if you want to share it, you're looking for the up arrow symbol. Share it. I'm going to publish it. I'm going to create a link for it. Actually, this is quite cool, actually, because it means that I'll be able to put 2 Christmas cards in my Christmas website. Right. There we go. I'm going to get my link. So like I said before, if you can, put your links in a doc, because it would be good to have them later. Okay, that's enough of that. I think we're ready to move on. So let's go. We've done. Let me turn the music off.
Dom, you're getting some love in the chat.
Hey, am I?
Yeah.
Hey, Dom and Ben, loving the workshop from Mr. Jones and Dos Past Sycamore. Yes, people, that's what we like. We like to see a bit of action in the chat. So this is all good. Right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Oh, Mr. Jones, I do remember you, you legend. You came in right at the last minute because you wanted to share that Christmas spirit with your students. So thank you very much for being part of it. We're really pleased to have you here. Right. Scroll down now. Don't forget, if you need this, you can go to bit.ly/express Xmas. Not everybody can access short links depending on your school. So don't worry if you can't get it. If you've got an iPad thingy, use your iPad thingy on the QR code thingy that you can see on the screen. That'll take you through to that page, because actually it can be quite useful to have the text in this next bit. Okay, right, so we've done challenge 1, graphic design, and then challenge 2, video editing. Right, simple, creating videos, very easy with Express. So you can see here, it's a link, template if needed, bit.ly/express writing. That will take you through to this piece of writing here. Okay, now, as I said before, you don't need to have it. It's fine if you haven't got it. But if you can get it, then why not? Why not get it? Because I've done all the work for you. And then, so what I'm going to do is just going to copy this text here. Now, this is just, just to make things quick and easy. Because we're going to create a video here. And to create a video, go to the plus. Whenever you see a plus, give it a click. And then go down to video. Okay. Right. Every great story even starts somewhere. Christmas without spending a penny. That's why I copied that text before, stuck it in as a title. Doesn't really matter, the title, to be honest. It's just so you can find it in your projects and things like that. Going to click next. Now, templates. Ben, quick question for you. Are you a templates man?
Not really, no. I find it very useful when you get started, but quickly I like to just start from scratch and tell my own story.
Yeah, I agree with that. Some people really love them, and that's fine. I don't particularly use them that much. I go from scratch, but they can be useful for other subjects, so they are useful to have in there. Right, so just clicked next there to start from scratch. Keep those comments coming in, by the way. We love to see comments. If you've got any snacks, Christmas snacks, tell us your Christmas snacks. Right, so here is the video dashboard, okay? So this is like super simple. If I go back to my text here, free Christmas gifts or Christmas without spending a penny, I'm going to go for 4 different ways to spend Christmas, to celebrate Christmas without spending a penny. So I've got 4 different sections that you can see there. Plus, I've got a title, okay? 4 ways to celebrate Christmas without spending a penny. So maybe I'll copy that, go back here. And what I can do, you can see this plus down the bottom. Now, I think on the desktop Chromebook laptop, it'll be on the left-hand side. On the iPad, it's on the right-hand side. You can see you've got credits here, you've got call to actions and stuff like that. That's blanked out anyway, so that's fine. But you can just put all of your 5 kind of scenes in there if you want. I call them scenes. What do you call them, Ben?
Yeah, I call them screens or slides, but yeah.
Yeah, scenes, screens, slides, whatever you want. I've got 5. Now you can, muck around with the layouts. Dead easy to just switch it up. So don't worry about, putting them in order and stuff like that. You can just go for it. Now, because this is my title screen, I'm going to use this layout. You can see layout here. I'm going to use layout, title, and text. So my title, quite a long title to be fair. 4 ways to celebrate Christmas without spending a penny. Then I'm going to put my name underneath. Okay. And then I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Now, this is my title screen. So in the plus in the top left there, I'm going to go for photo. And then, the same as we did before. By the way, all these images are completely free and they're all education safe. You don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that. Now, I really like this one because you can get these kind of surrounds, Christmas surrounds. Makes me look very festive, even though I am a little bit of a Grinch, I must admit. And then once it's done, you can reduce the size of the text, increase the size of the text. I actually might decrease the size of my name because it's more important to have the title on there. 4 ways to celebrate Christmas without spending a penny. Now, here's where Express Video is just the best. You've got the voiceover button. So it's time to make yourself like a TV presenter. Okay, I'm going to click and hold that button in the middle. If you're on an iPad, you're going to click and hold, touch and hold the screen. And then you're just going to record that title. 4 ways to celebrate Christmas without spending a penny. So you need to do your best BBC presenting voice. And if you want to check your work, you can go to this little play button in the bottom left there. And if I play it, Yes, I can hear my presenter's voice in my headphones. Pretty good. It's also got some music on there. I could hear that music. So if I go to the music section here, then at the moment it's this kind of across the bridge, which actually doesn't sound too bad, I think. But you can go through and look at the warm ones are quite good for Christmas. You know, it's a time to spend time with people that you love, hopefully staying warm. So you got things like that. So you just go through and find a tune that works for you, and you can modify how that tune, you know, how loud it is basically. Or you can just turn it off altogether. Right. That's how you get started. Now you can see that I have wonderfully put it in as slide number 5. You see, which isn't good because it's meant to be slide number 1. But get this: click and hold. Now it's slide number 1.
Look at that. You're a magician over there.
I know. You'd think I've been doing it for a while, wouldn't you? Right. That's how you get going on Express Video. Ben, I wonder if you can just show them the app first, like which app icon it is and things like that. And let's put Ben in.
Absolutely. So
Ben is a master of video, by the way. Ben is just been video mad since this whole thing started.
You're setting me up, Dom. Now it's going to fail. I'm going to look stupid. Like, I have very low self-esteem as it is. Don't do that. No, all good. I love showing everybody this stuff. So yeah, the one thing you're going to notice is on the if you're working on a desktop, on a laptop, or a web browser, it's the same app, right? You go in, you go to Express, and you can create your image, you can create your video all in one place. On the iPad, you actually have 3 different apps. So you have the Express one we used already for creating an image, and then you have one called Spark Video, and that's the one for creating a video. Once you're inside it, it looks the same, right? So it's not just one app; it's 3, and that is one difference, an important difference between working on the iPad and working on your desktop. But once you're in, it looks exactly like Dom just showed you. Some of the layouts are a little different, but the same fundamental idea. And guess what? There's a plus button. You're always looking for the plus button. So we click plus. And do you want to create a video, or do you want to use a template? Nah, no templates. We're pros. We can do this.
We're digital leaders. That's what we're about.
Skip to editor. Ta-da! We're in. And just like you saw what Dom did, you got a big display area at the top for your slides. You got the slides at the bottom, and it works just like you saw. So the first slide over here. Let's go to the layouts. We need a title, right? Just like Dom showed you. So let's go over here, and that's my title. And I actually just copied and pasted it for my document, just as Dom did, because I like copying what he does. And then here's my name by Ben. All right, lovely. Now this is a title slide. It's got to look better than that. That looks terrible. But let's go over here, and I want to go plus, and I'm going to go photos, and I'm going to find a photo. And like before, we're going to pick a nice snowstorm for the background. I want something more epic this time. Something, you know. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. There, look at that. Love it. Love it.
Nice.
Look at that. All right. So this is now the beginning of a slide. It's the first slide we created now. Now we're going to add, as you saw Dom did, he added 4 or 5 pages each of the slides. Same thing. Little plus button. Look at the right. Hit plus. Bam. There's the next slide over there as well. Now this one here, the first thing we're going to put here is, it's got a text. And we're going to say, spend time with loved ones, right?
Cool.
Now that actually looks good, but you know what? It needs an icon or an image. So this is what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to go to layout, and just like you saw the one before with the title, I'm going to go to a split screen. Bam! Now I've got one side is text, half the side I can do something else. And over here, I'm going to go back to our favorites, shapes, and search for a clock. How about that? Time. There we go. Look at that one. Let's do that one there. Look at that. Now I can switch these. I can say, you know what? I actually want the clock on the right. Clock. Oh no, back and forth. One click, changing everything. That's power in your hands, right? But you get the idea, and you just keep adding these one by one. You keep adding the slides, and then comes the voiceover, just like Dom showed you before. Same little microphone button. You just press and hold, and you press and hold. Hi, here are 4 ways to celebrate the holidays without spending a penny. By me, by Ben, right? And it tells me there, I spoke for 8 seconds, and you go to the next one and keep typing. Oh, and if you decide you don't like how it sounds, you can play it back, and you can just hit record again, but you get the idea. Exactly the same as Dom showed you.
Yeah, very, very simple. Okie dokie. Right. So Ben, just show me your second slide there. Yeah, okay. Let me show you what I did for mine. So same as Ben, except he put an icon in and I put actually time and present, and I got this clock and the present, which I thought was pretty cool. And then,
Oh, you're just trying to make me look bad. You got more text, you got more images.
Always try it.
I thought I was being cool over here, and you have to one up me, dude. That's not fair.
But hey, here's a little tip, because one of the things that can be tricky sometimes is having, having the text on one sort of tab and then trying to do your voiceover on another. So actually, a trick I do is I put all the text that I want to do on my voiceover into the slide or into the scene, whatever you want to call it. Then I can press and record. Spending quality time with family and people you care about is to be cherished. So instead of going shopping, spend the time with the people you care about, doing something you all enjoy. Then
I love that, Dom. And by the way, you can do the same on the iPad, but here's another little trick on the iPad. Just like Dom showed you, where you can record your voice, the iPad actually has a same thing for the keyboard.
Oh,
so even the text you're typing, when you're typing, you can click the little microphone, see it. So when you're typing, see that little microphone symbol next to the keyboard?
Yeah, I'm so jealous of that.
You can use the standard iPad and it will type the text for you. So again, it's the same tool on the desktop and the iPad, but we use whatever features the tool has. And the iPad happens to has a really good speech to text, so we plug that in as well.
Yeah, it is possible to do an extension, isn't it, on Chrome to do the same thing?
It is, but it's not native. There are ways, absolutely. And if you have that installed, we'll use it, but it is built in on the iPad.
Yeah. Okay, let me go back here. So I use this. I put the text in so that I could do my voiceover. Like Ben said, if you ever want to get rid of the voiceover, you can click in the bottom right there, remove narration. But I never do that, because if I've done voiceover, usually I just re-record and it goes over the top, which is
cool. Yeah, exactly. If you don't have to delete and re-record, you can just re-record.
Yeah, I suppose you'd only delete if you decided you didn't want to do a voiceover on that one. So I'm going to take out.
And here's the other tip when doing voiceover. If you want to see how it sounds, look at Dom's screen. See how he has two little play buttons? He has one at the very bottom next to all the slides, and one higher up under the slide itself. If you do the one at the bottom, it plays the whole slideshow with everything. If you do the top one, it's just one. And often if you test your sound on one slide itself, you can't get a good feel for what it's like, because you're not hearing the lag, the space before and after. So you test each one, but it's always important to test the entire thing when you're done at the bottom.
Yeah, true that. I agree. So I've taken out my my kind of script that I used there, and then I just used the minus and the plus to make that as big as possible. Now, also, one of the things that I'm thinking here, I'm going to get this in before Ben does it, is I'm going to go over to theme.
Oh, I was about to do that.
I knew you'd that. Now, statements is my go-to theme. I think it's great. You can flip this around so you can start mixing things up. Ooh, that's nice. Not used that one before. But maybe I'll just go straight red or green. It's quite festive as well, although it's not very deep green. So maybe just go to the red one. And then, it will change slightly depending on which side you put it. I actually want the kind of full red experience here. So we've shown you how to do a full, what layout was that one? That was the title and text one, right? And then the next one was a split screen, so you can have an image or an icon on the other side. And then for my third one, if I go back here, I'm going to go give the gift of self. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of that text, stick it in here. There we go. Do my voiceover. Not everyone can get out at Christmas. You might know someone who doesn't like to go out in wet, windy, and cold weather. Why not go and visit them? Or is there some way you could help someone? Maybe I should say some other way. So I could go back and record that if I want. And again, what I might do here is I might do something like just take the important questions that I've got at the end and then change it into a caption layout. Now, it doesn't look like much right now, but then what I do like about it is I could go to photo and I could do snow clearing, something like that. If you want to help someone, there you go. Perfect. I'll take my tractor around.
Oh, I want to see you driving around London, one of those.
I've only driven a tractor once in my life, and it was good fun. But I don't have a tractor, unfortunately. And you can change the size of it, so it could go around the bottom, or you can put it into one of the corners, which is quite cool. So I quite like doing that. Ben, have you got any other things for us?
So Well, I love everything you've shown. You kind of stole all my thunder. I'll show you. I want to show you one last thing, which you kind of mentioned, right? So,
Oh,
yeah, I have to. Come on, Dom. You're making me look bad over here. I was going to show themes, and you beat me to it. And I wanted to show a layout, but there's one thing which Dom kind of half mentioned, and that is the music tab, right? So if you're going to tell your story, it needs music. Now, there's lots of them built in here, right? You can pick ones that are more happy and more cheerful and more relaxed and more rousing. And when you pick one you like, so you can touch it, and actually you'll hear it play. You can't hear it very well over here, but you can.
I can hear that just slightly in the background.
You can. This is the wrong one, but you get the idea. And then
I like that one. I think that works.
Yeah, you can adjust the volume of it, make it a little louder, a little quieter. You don't want it too loud so it overpowers your voice. You can turn it off altogether if you want. And so, yeah, you can plug in your own music, and then that will. One of the things it does really, really nicely is that while you're talking, it makes the music a little quieter so they can hear your voice. And when you finish talking, the music comes up again. So, the more complex work you might have to do to turn the volume down and do mixing, it does it for you. You just record all your voice, give it music, and it will kind of make it work.
There's a technical term for that, isn't it?
What is it?
Isn't it auto duck?
Auto dubbing, correct it is, yes. And actually, here's another interesting thing, by the way, about auto dubbing. So we've shown you here how to put text in your video. We've shown you how to put photos in your video and icons. You can put video in your video. You can actually grab an MP4. Now think about that then. So you can have a video with sound and background music, and you talking. You can have 3 sounds at the same time, which gets horribly confusing, and it auto dubs and makes it work for you.
It does actually, yeah. I mean, I use things like pexels.com for stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's quite a good one. Hey, look, let me show you this. Yeah, because so like this one is it's actually someone clearing with a tractor. So I'm going to download it. I'm going to say thanks. Yeah, let's get that off. Okay. And then now that that's on my machine, what I can actually do is press the photo. And instead of that, I can go to video. And then if I go, it will pop up. You see video.mp4. Stick it in there. And then it will say, you can see this kind of highlighted button here. That means it's saying, hey, your voiceover was 10 seconds long. Would you like the video to be the same length? Always say yes. And it says align the voice and the video. Okay, got it. And then you've got this blue box here that you can shift, and you can decide, oh yeah, I want the video bit to be when the snow clearing, the snow plow, that's what they call them. The snow plow is closer to the camera. And then you can play it, and whoa,
look at that. That's wonderful.
Look at that, it's a beast. Like it.
And I like that little bicycle dude in the background. He looks so out of place.
And then it will save your video clip. And that is a really nice way to do things. I really like doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
Who have we got here? Hello, set for Year 5 St. Joseph's. I hope you enjoy making your cards. Love, Miss James. Brilliant. Nice one, Miss James. Right. So that's how you do that now.
Look at that menu at the top right. Click on the video again, Dom. Just touch on the video.
Yeah.
See that little menu, a little edit button? So this then lets you adjust the volume and stuff. See that you can mute the video. Because what if that snowplow is going like a really loud noise, and now you can't hear yourself talking anymore? You can turn the sound on and off, and you have more control that way.
Yeah. Good point. And you can also zoom in and zoom out and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And then you can also go in there, and that's how you get back to, adjusting it wherever you want it to be. And you can preview it to see where it goes. But I like that. I think that works. So I'm going to cancel that. Right. We've shown them all sorts of different ways. We've shown full screen, split screen, caption, titling text. We've shown music. We've chosen different themes. Last thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to press share. Now, this is something that the iPad hasn't got, Mr. Forta. You see, if I press share and publish, what it will do is it will create a link. Now, one of the things that used to happen is it used to take, because it's a video and you're kind of, you're rendering images and sound and voiceover and music and sometimes video as well. It sometimes can take, 2 or 3 minutes to actually create your video link. But this is an almost ready link, which means you can copy it. And then because I'm top of the class, I'm going to put my video link in here. Just put video, put my link in there. There we go. Oh, where was it? There it is. Okay, cool. And it's still kind of working away in the background. You can see the blue line. It's making progress, and but it's giving me my link already. So that's quite a cool thing to do. I do quite like that. Ben, would you like to show them how to share a video?
You're right. It works a little nicer on the Tom. All right. Same thing as before. You hit the share button, and you can share. And then you say copy link to clipboard, and it will say, "Yeah, but you got to publish it first." So copy, and off it goes, and it says, "Looks great."
Oh, yours is quite fast.
Well, yeah, I didn't do very. Yours has video. Yours has more stuff in mine. I kept mine really small so that you wouldn't make me look bad. But now when you're done, it says you copied the link, and the link is now in the clipboard, and I can save it like you did to your document for future use. Exact same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's get back here. Oh yeah. One thing I would say is, you see, mine's still preparing. It's nearly finished there, because as soon as you put video files in there, the video suddenly kind of swells up, and it's a much bigger size than normal. But you see, it's ready now, and you can share it to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, blah, blah, blah. But if I went in here, right, and then I pressed, like if I, say like I made this text bigger, something as simple as that, right? Now, my link needs to be refreshed, okay? I need to refresh my link, and you will see, hey, we noticed you made some changes to your project. And it literally was just increasing the text. If I went in here, for example, and replace the photo, if I just like time present again, see what you see. There's another one that comes up. That one, not quite as good. Well, actually, it's pretty good. But again, whatever change you make, you'll have to go back and press share, publish, and say we noticed you made some change, and you will update that link, and it will go through that. The link here is still the same as the one before. It's still exactly the same, but it's actually making that whole thing again because you've made changes to it. And same on the iPad, same on a post as well, anything like that. And the last thing I will show you as well is, if you're wanting to share your work with us, and you can see on the ticker down the bottom, that's where you can share your work. You see this link in the browser? You can't share that with us. That's not going to work, because that is your private editing link. That's your private editing. No one else can see that. No one else can mess with your work. It's your private link. You have to press the share and publish link in order to get a link that other people can see, because we have got lots of people who are sharing their work with us. We've got hundreds, actually. There's absolutely, in this doc, there's actually thousands, but you can see these really long links. They're the ones from the browser. Okay, they're the ones from the browser. The ones where it's shorter, you can see, we can get those up. You can see these are some of the posts from before. We've got some really cool, look at that. Very nice. Got all sorts of work coming in here. That's very classy, isn't it? Like it. That's very good. Love it. Yeah. Somebody's loving that. You see, there's all sorts of stuff going on. But just to make sure,
great.
Yeah, they're amazing. But make sure that you don't give us the one in your browser. You have to press share and publish to do that. Right. Enough blabbering.
So there's one last thing, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to show them. Could you click on the very top right of your screen and click on the resize option?
Oh, yeah.
This is an important one. So all of the videos you and I created, Don, both of us, they were typical widescreen video. But if, let's say, mom and dad wants to create a card and they want to put it on the family Instagram, for example, or share it, then sometimes square video is preferable. And if you click square, it automatically resizes it. You won't lose any of your text. You won't lose your voiceover. You just get a square version instead, which is another way to share it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can also play around with where things align and stuff like that. So it's dead easy to do. But yeah, good point. Right. Let me put on a bit of music just for 3 or 4 minutes. Let everybody sort of catch up, because we've been chatting on for a while. And I'll show some work that people have been sharing on the screen while we do this.
And the link, if you want to share, other year 5s who are enjoying this as well.
Yeah, definitely. They were on there, yeah.
As for the comments.
Oh, let me just get rid of this.
Uh-oh, you got locked out.
Oh, go away. There we go. Go away. Go away. There you go. Right, let's grab some. We've got loads coming in here. Holy Trinity one here. We got bridge. Let's get rid of that. Deny, get rid of it. Oh, very nice. Glen Gormley. Peninsula East. You see, that one is too long. I can't get that one. Let's get another Peninsula East. Let's see what this one is. Okay. Osbaston. Whoever sends in from Osbaston, this one is too long. You've got to do share and publish. Share and publish. And that will get it in. Okay. Oh, that one. You might need to republish that one. It didn't come through. Okay. Very nice. They've done a square.
Yeah.
They did a square. Very nice.
I like that one.
Very cool. Psychedelic. I like it. Classic.
Oh, that's super classic.
Got some good animation going on
That
here.
reindeer looks very sad for some reason, though.
It's a funny one. It's good. It's good animation though. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Like they've got like a snow dusting at the top, which is cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that one we saw before. Very good. Let's try some randoms. Let's see if we can get some randoms. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a Santa one. Cool. I like it. And they did the text animate.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Right. What about this? We've seen that one underneath.
I think everyone liked your baubles idea, Don. I see lots of people copying the baubles.
Or the star. Here's your stars one.
Yeah.
You see? Very cool. I like it. Let's give it a bit of animation. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Good. That's very good.
Yeah, very cool. That's Glen Gormley integrated as well.
Oh.
Random cat. Random cat. Love it. If you're a cat lover, you probably love that. Who doesn't love a cat? Me, apparently. Right. Good stuff. Yeah, we got that one. Okay, cool. Right. I think what we'll do is, we've got about... let's turn this infernal music off. And then let's get on with the last one. Okay, cool. Good stuff for sharing your work. I really appreciate that. It's nice to see them. Nice to see that you're all getting stuck in. We didn't give enough love to this one. Yeah, St. Joseph's. Woo, woo, woo. And also Year 5 St. Penalag. Also, well done. That school too. Okay. Right. Last but not least, what are we going to do here? Challenge 3 is web design. Now, this is easy peasy lemon squeezy, this one. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to create a kind of portfolio, website, that kind of thing, so that you can put your challenges into this. Now, again, don't worry. You can pause this video, catch up on things, but you don't have to be working at the same time as us. There's no pressure to do that whatsoever. You can take time after the session to finish off as well. But let's go to Adobe Express. So I'm just going to press the big plus, big icon on the top left. That's going to take you back to the home screen if you're on a Chromebook, desktop, laptop, that kind of thing. Press the plus, as always. If you see a plus, press it. Go down to web page. Okay, now, I don't know what you think, Ben, but I just think this is, I mean, Page is my favorite. It's my favorite.
This is probably the one I use the most.
Yeah. The best oh no, portfolio ever. There we go. The best Christmas portfolio ever. Tom Trainer. Okay. Now, deep breath here. Deep breath. Do not send me a link with a grey background. Otherwise, I'm leaving. Never send me great links with great backgrounds. It's the bane of my life. Just press the plus. Now you can do a short cover if you like, or a split layout. I must say, I do like those, but I'm still a fan of the standard classic, just massive photo in there. So, by the way, if you want to, you can upload photos. You can also take a photo. I'm not going to take a photo because if I do take a photo, you're going to see all of my children's washing, and I'm not going to let you see that. Nobody needs to see that. So you can upload a photo if you've got one, or you can just search the stock. Now, I happen to know Santa Rock. Hey! If you put Santa Rock in there, you get all sorts of cool Santas. I quite like this Santa. I wish my Santa was like that.
Oh dear.
There we go. Ben, it's you.
Yeah, that's with my sunglasses on. When I'm incognito, wearing my disguise.
Best Christmas portfolio ever by Ben Porter in the photo.
Ouch.
And then it says down the bottom, scroll to start writing your story. So let's scroll down. Now, I'm going to do it really simply. I really like split layouts. I think they're great. So I'm going to do a split layout. And then on the right-hand side, I mean, I could actually go to my like pre-made page here, and you've got it as well. Don't forget the links here, bit.ly express Xmas, or you can do the QR code there. If you've got that, you could always just copy and paste the text if you wanted to. And I'll just do that just to have less time demoing and more time for you to do your wonderful work. Maybe you see, I see what I'm doing here. I'm skipping things, aren't I? You see, I've just put it in as normal text, but you can change the formatting. You've got header 1, that makes it really big. Header 2 makes it less big. But header, this quote function is the one I just think looks really classy. I really like it. And then for the text, design a Christmas graphic. You can click on that. I'll do that H2, make it a bit more beefy. Now, don't forget, I'm top of the class, aren't I? So I've got 2 Christmas photos or Christmas cards in here. So I can add my images. Now, if you want on the left-hand side, you can just put a random kind of Christmas image. But because I've got 2 images, I'm going to put one in here. Now, it's not exactly the right size for this. So you can see it's kind of chopping off the head here. It's chopping off Santa in half, actually, and all his reindeer. That's no good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click the image and go to focal point. And then I can take the focal point all the way up to the top. There you go. Click again. Click save. And there you go. That goes in quite nicely. But then the other one, which is my original image, I can do this in 2 ways. Okay. So the first way is I can press the plus and I can put it in as a photo. Okay. Oh, hang on. What's this? What's going on? Miss James, we miss you. How's this working? Miss James is putting comments in, and then year 5 are putting comments back. What's going on? Oh no, hang on. It's Jones and James. Oh, easily done. See, it's too late in the day for me already. Right. We've got upload a photo here. I'm going to upload my actual Christmas card, which is the one I did for the demo. And then you see it sticks it in there. So this is pretty good. I like it. But then there's another way you can do this as well. You see, I'm like a Swiss Army knife. Right, I'm going to press the plus here. I'm going to go to button. And then here, click to see my work. Okay. Now, didn't I tell you that I was top of the class? You see, my graphic was this first one. I've got my link because I press share, publish, create a link. Okay. And then I'm going to go back into my page and I can put mine in as a link. And I'm going to center it because I love to see censored buttons. I'm going to click save and then check me out. Really nice. Now, if I go up to the top here and press present, I've got Ben in his Christmas pose. There he is. Good stuff. And then I can use my right arrow. I've got my challenge 1 graphic design. And then I can click this. See, I've got my image on the left-hand side, and I've used the focal points to make sure that it's in the right place. Then you click that, and it opens up in a kind of gallery mode. There it goes, full screen with all my presents and things like that. But also I can click it. And here is my post, which I created in a link. So lots of different ways to do that. Ben, could you show the iPaders how to get to this kind of place, please?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to run through everything Dom did, but I'll show you just how to do the same steps to get there. Once again, this is 3 apps, right? Like we mentioned earlier. If you're on the desktop, you have 1 app and you hit plus and you can create a video and an image and all in one place. On iPad, you have 3, right? The one on the right, the one that says Adobe Express, is what we use to create our graphic, our image. Video is video, and pages for creating the web pages, the portfolios Dom's showing you now. Once you go into it, they look just the same, right? But again, it's 3 different apps on the iPad. And it shows you your projects, and I'm going to hit plus and create a new one. And it's I'm just going to save time and type it less. And actually, just to really irritate Dom, I'm going to leave the background gray.
No.
No, okay, I'm not going to do that to him. I'm not going to do that to him. Look, he's having a meltdown. Let's not do that. Okay, find 3 images. Wow, it's all right, Dom. It's all good. It's all good. We got this. Okay.
Deep breaths.
Okay, let's see. How about... Oh, that's a good one. Look at that. You feel better, Dom?
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yes. All right, let's put my subtitle. By Ben, trying to be as cool as Dom.
Never.
All right. All right. So, and then what? Like before, it says scroll down to pick your story, and exactly like you saw Dom do it, you can put in photos and various things over here. And I also like the split layout. Split layout is where it puts the screen in half, and you have things on each side. And there's a split layout, and on the side we'll put some text, just exactly like you saw Dom doing. Right. This is challenge.
Very similar, aren't they?
Challenge 1, and now I'm going to add my image, and I'm going to say I want the images on my iPad, and there's the one I just created, and in it goes, right? So it's exactly the same as what you saw. You know, you can add the buttons, everything you saw Dom do, exactly the same. And like before, you want to see what it looks like, you hit the little present button at the top, and it creates a preview, and there is the full effect.
Very nice.
Exactly what you saw Dom do.
Yeah, exactly. These two are. I mean, it doesn't really need 2 demos, does it?
No, they're very, very. Oh, once you get into it and get started, they're really almost the same. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Let's just, while you're all doing that, I'll run through it again with my other split layout. So if you click split layout again, the photo now goes on the right-hand side, which is cool. Now for this one, we did a video, didn't we? So let's go. No, I've done that one. And you go to this one. So challenge 2 was video editing. So but I mean, you don't have to copy this text. You haven't got it. You can just put challenge 2. I created a video. That's fine. So I'll put that text in there just by pasting it in. And then I'm going to keep the formatting consistent. Design alert. If you're doing a piece of design, try and make the formatting consistent. You see, I did a quotation format here. Then I did header 2. Okay, so here I'm going to do quotation format again. Just let me take the caps out. And then here I'll do header 2 again. Keep consistency. It's good for design. And then on the right-hand side, you can add in an image. And here I'll go video editing. There we go. And then, you can choose whichever one you like. Yeah, this is me. Yeah, there we go. And now, again, go to my page. And here is my link. Right now, this is really classy. Very, very classy indeed. So I can press the plus, go to video here. And I can just pop in my link. Boom. Video in there. Done. Look at that. I'm feeling pretty cool. And look at this. If I go to the top and press present, I have got my Ben Forte header. I've got my challenge 1. I've got my button in there. Feeling pretty good. And then next bit, look at this. Goes down here. And then you can click it. And you don't even leave the page. And you can play your video. This is amazing. And so I can play that. I can hear it in my headphones. Give it a sec. Very nice. Yeah, okay, cool. Happy with that. And then when I'm done, again, share. Publish and share link. Create a link. This one's pretty quick, actually. These, compared to video, post and page are very quick. There it is. Boom. And you can share via Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or you can copy that link. And then once you've got that, then what's the link? Well, it's on the ticker down the bottom. You can go to bit.ly/share express. And then, you've all been doing it anyway, but I could put DT. That'll be my nickname. Your school, the Ben Forte Institute.
Oh, dear.
And then Institute of Hard Knocks. There you go. We'll do that one. Link to your Adobe Express project. Put in that link. It's got to be the share publish link. Okay. and then submit it.
Lovely.
And that will go through to my wonderful spreadsheet. And it will come out the bottom. There you go. The Ben Porter Institute. It's in there. I don't know if people can see that, but there it is. It went straight in there. Nice. Manor Park Primary, someone from there. You're still submitting the post link with the long URL. You've got to press share and publish. Okay. Right. Let's give people... I don't think we need to demo on your side, do we?
No, it honestly is the same. Embedding the video, copy paste it is exactly the same as what. Happy to show it, but honestly, it's the same as what you see.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Okay, what I'm going to do is going to put some music on, and then we'll start loading up some work that people have shared since we last did, and then we'll wrap at the end. Don't forget to stick around because we're going to talk about swag, merch, swag for you people out there. Right, let's go. Feeding the ducks. Okay, you got a few minutes to work on your own now. Don't forget, let me go, actually, in fact, let me go back, open up one of my posts and just make sure everybody knows that. You see this browser link at the top. You don't need that one. We can't see it. You're the only person who can see that. So you'll need to go to share, publish, and then you create a link. You see? And the link is going to be a much shorter link than the one that's in your browser. And then when you've got it, that's the one that you go over here with. I go back. There we go. That's the one you're going to put in here because you can't put it in from the browser. It just won't work. Anyway, that's how you do it. Right, let's start loading up some work while people are finishing off their pages. You see, we've already got some people sending in their pages. Wow. Osbaston. Let's have a look at one of yours. Yeah, nice. Oh, I like that background. Very cool. Oh,
I like that zoom in animation. Look at that.
Very nice.
Very Hollywood.
Yeah. Coed Kai. Let's have a look at that. Chris, that's spending a penny. Adam Wilson, good stuff. Play that. Nicely done. Oh, nice. Spend time with loved ones. Good. Yeah, this is classy, isn't it? Take a holiday card photo. Visit a Christmas tree farm. That's a good idea. Really like that. Good stuff. Well done, Adam. It was made by Adam, yeah. All the Adams. Okay, let's have a look at this page. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Actually, start to get too many tabs. We've had a good selection of work coming in. Well done, everyone. Hey, look at that. Very cool. Graphic design. You see, this is cool. Now, you see this link here. What you can do with this is, see if I go back to my page. Let's open it up. Here we go. So you put the link to your post. Where have I gone? Here we go. This is click this to see my example. So there's two things that you can do with this. One is you can put it in as a button. So like I've done in the top here, let me just get rid of that. You can put it in as a button. So you can say click here to see my work, and then put it in as a link underneath. Center it, save, dead easy. Or you can also do this. Click to, I'll just put click here because my typing's awful today. Click here, and then I could center that, make it bold, also give it, I could also put a hyperlink in it. Oh, hang on, didn't do that right, did I? Let me grab all of that. There we go. And then you hyperlink it, and that's a bit cleaner than doing it that way. But nicely done. Video editing. Yeah, so you need to stick your video in there. Stick your video in there whenever you can. You can embed it, click the plus, click video, get it in there. Okay. Ooh, more. Let's get a few up, shall we? We've got some posts coming in as well. So well done for those who are pausing the video to go back and work on stuff rather than having to keep time. That's absolutely fine. We got some videos coming in as well. What time is it? 125.
Another cat.
Another Christmas cat. What is it about Christmas cats? What is going on? Olivia's done a good one here. Nicely done.
Nice fonts on that one. Look at that one.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I like it. This is good. This is better than mine.
Oh, look at that.
It's very good, isn't it? Well done, Olivia. Fantastic. Okay, we've done the Christmas cat. There's another Christmas cat. There's another Christmas cat. Christmas. Whoa.
Now you got a puppy.
There's only one thing better than a Christmas cat. It's a Christmas dog. And we got two
I
of
don't know
them.
why that dog is wearing Harry Potter glasses, though. Look at it. Go to the top.
Oh, dear. What is going on there? Who knows? Annabelle, stick your Christmas graphic in there and stick your video editing thing in there. Yeah, you got to stick them all in.
All the dogs.
We've seen that one. Okay, we got another post here as well. Yeah, very good. Yeah, cool. I like these mountains down the bottom. They're very good. Mountains are great. We love a bit of mountains. Okie dokie. Oh, you see, Ozbaston, somebody put in the long link again. You can't take the one from the browser. That won't work. You have to press share. Doesn't matter which kind of Express you're in. You've got to press share. You've got to press publish. And you've got to share the link. Okay, that's the only way that that's going to work. Another post coming in here. Season of Joy. Nice. Very cool.
They're all doing your shadow effect with the icons. That's nice.
They are. Yeah. It's a 3D. It's a 3D world. Okay, cool. Right. Well, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap it up. And the only thing left to do here is just going to remove that, is to say thank you very much for coming. Now, the most important thing about this whole thing is if your teachers, they will receive an email from me. And if your teachers can verify that you've done at least 2 out of the 3 tasks, then we're going to send you some merch, some swag. And not only that, if you go on and teach other classes how to do these exact same things, create Christmas cards, create Christmas videos, put them into a Christmas portfolio, we can give you super special merch. Super special merch. So that is really important. Make sure if you need some more time afterwards, go for it. Don't worry about it. There's no deadline for these, but you need to make sure that you pester your teacher and say, hey, did you get that email from Dom? Because he wants to know about the merch. So can you tell him that I did my challenges, please? And I want some merch. So let's do it. I will be emailing straight after this and making sure that everybody gets that so that they can get their merch, hopefully in time for Christmas, but it might be a bit late now. But if not, it'll be in the new year. Right. Ben, any last thoughts before we wrap up? Like a Christmas wrap up?
Wonderful. Thank you for inviting me to hang out with all these wonderful creative individuals. Honestly,
These are leaders.
That's good work. I mean, that was just in a few minutes, see them create really fun, creative looking videos and images. That's impressive. You guys are really good. Love seeing the work you're doing. Keep creating. This is fun. This is a really fun way to just share your ideas and create. And I'm happy to have spent an hour with you.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much for coming, Ben. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to send in your work. Keep sending it in. Don't forget to pester your teachers for the swag. And also, teachers, don't forget to sign up for the New Year sessions. We are about 1 class away from 13,000 students being on these sessions. 1 class away. Are you going to be that class that makes us break 13,000? I hope you are. Well, that's enough. That's enough yapping from me. Happy Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much for turning up. Keep sending in your work, and we'll see you in the new year. Thanks very much, Ben. Thanks for coming.
Bye all.
All right. Take it easy, everyone.